Warhammer with Sheep here, bringing you a battle report. This time, I'm against the Lizardmen, and I'm playing Shane from our club, and we rocked up the let's see, what's this scenario? Diagonal deployment. I'm not sure. It's the diagonal deployment one, probably like meeting engagement or something like that. Anyways, let's go through the list and the armies. It was a fun game, and I was really excited because I haven't played Lizardmen in a really long time, and it was back with my Wood Elves, and I actually won against them, so pretty excited. Of course, in the doubles tournament, Guts for Glory, lost against Lizardmen, so right now I'm even, and I'm hoping to tilt those odds. So on my left flank, I have a unit of 5 Dark Riders who have Vanguarded. We got 15 Dark Shards, 10 Doomfire Warlocks. We got a Bolt Thrower here. We got a Master on a peg. And we have a unit of 22, 23 Executioners. They have in there Tullaris Dreadbringer, my BSB Master, and I also have an Assassin in there, which you'll see later. On my opponent's right flank, we have an Engine of the Gods. We have a big Saurus Horde unit of I think 35 strong or something like that, with a Slan in the middle, maybe 40. We have a Laser Beam Dinosaur. We have a unit of 10 Skinks. We have a cohort of 10 Skinks. We have the Salamander who breathes fire. We have another Engine of the Gods with some blowpipes. Sorry, I'm really not too familiar with the Lizardmen names. And then we have here some Chameleons, I believe. Let's see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have a level 1 Skink Priest. And we also have another level 1 Skink Priest in and around over here. You'll see him. Going to the right flank, we have, finishing off his unit, we have a Scarvet on a Cold One, plus a 5-unit Cold One unit. Facing down my 5 Dark Riders, 15 Dark Shards, another unit of 10 Doomfire Warlocks, 3 more Reaper Bolt Throwers, and that, my friends, is the deployment after Vanguards. So I thought sticking my Dark Shards inside the building was a pretty good idea. They get a pretty good line of sight, and I tried to space out my Reaper Bolt Throwers in clear firing arc lanes. I placed this one up pretty aggressively, but I hope to get with him in combat pretty soon because I have a pretty killy list. With Tullaris Dreadbringer being inside this Executioner unit, it's going to really significantly increase their damage output, giving the unit Frenzy. So I also have a unit of 10 Shades that are scouts, and they are easily deployed behind their lines. And Shane's going to be tormenting Shane there. And here we have the declared charges from first turn, and I fail. I only needed like a 5 or a 6 to complete the charge because this unit does have the movement banner, and I roll a 3. So they go up 2 inches. However, my Master on a peg does make his charge easily with him being Swift Stride, and now I'm going to get a whole lot of Saurus attacks. Sure, he's got the Cloak of Twilight, which gives him D3 killing blow. I really needed them to also make it in there. So other than that, we have my Dark Riders running up and around. Here I kind of hold put because I'm not quite sure what's going to happen here. Excuse me, another Laser Beam Dinosaur is also on the table. Now, Shane didn't bring fully the list that he wanted to bring. This Scarvet on a Cold One is actually supposed to be riding a Carnosaur, so he's really bringing just a really massive dinosaur-heavy list. And I don't really know how I'm going to handle it other than the Bolt Throwers, and they don't do a whole lot this game. You see, I do have my Assassin hiding in the tower, but he is in the Executioner unit. So there we have a look at the board. First turn, trying to leave open my firing lane so I get some good shots at his dinosaurs. And I managed to put, I think, a wound or 2 on this one, and I go 2 wounds on this one. With all the shooting from these Bolt Throwers, these Shades shoot at these Skinks and cause panic on them. But we'll get there. Doombolt, I attempted a boosted one because I am stupid and I didn't really read the spell, and I thought it was an 18 to cast, but it turns out, hey, it's a 24 to cast, and I tried to cast it on his Chameleons up there just to delete that unit because I don't know how else to deal with those annoying skirmishers other than shooting magic missiles at them. So probably one regular Doombolt, should have sufficed, but I learned my lesson. Won't do that again. Here we have a epic shot of the bolt thrower shooting down one of the Triceratops. It doesn't put a wound on him because it can't hit. You notice there is a skink cohort unit, or a skink unit, that is deleted. He panicked, ran through these guys, panicked the salamander. Salamander runs with them, and they bounce outside. Now they're like that, and now they are mucking up his charge lanes, which I think this is just fantastic. I managed to get a stand and shoot reaction when they charge in, and I kill a cold one. This combat goes pretty good for me, but with all that combat res, despite me coming in and killing somebody, I run away, and they pursue, which I think is excellent because now they're closer to me, and I probably won't fail my charge next turn. So there we go. Here's a look at the board, how it is on the top of my turn. I went first. Shane's turn, he makes his charge, does a long wheel, completes, makes an easy charge into my executioners. I think that is just fine because the sooner they're in combat, the better. And why not? They're frenzied, so they're holding. So his cold one unit goes in here. Excuse me, one didn't die from stand and shoot. They're just regular shooting from all the dark shards and the dark riders. But they make it into the Doomfire Warlock unit, which is the unit I wanted them to fight. I didn't want them to fight a Dark Rider unit, and I could probably see why he did that. Because charging these guys, they don't want Warlocks on the flank, but he's hoping to kill them, and that's not going to be. There's just a look at the combats. Failed, he didn't charge. I think it might have been out of his range, but he marched up, which is probably curious. He probably could have and should have charged, and I probably would have fled further, but there it is. He moved up like that. Probably wanted to shoot or cast magic, or I don't know, something like that. His skinks rally. His priest is up here, and his dinosaurs kind of shimmy just a little bit forward. There's his other skink priest. He's hiding. So this laser guided sweet crystal on the dinosaur turns to face my shades. I'm going to shoot his laser beam at him, but he fails to cast. These dark shards shoot at the chameleons and don't do a whole lot of wounds. And this combat happens. And they managed to... Oh, sorry. This dice was wound from, I believe, the Engine of the Gods special ability that he has. Everybody within a certain inch radius, which happened to hit a lot of my units. Takes some strength test hits, and they were quite high. And I fail one, so he has a wound. 3 die from the Dark Shards, 1 die from the Warlocks, and 1 die from the Dark Riders. In combat, looks like 3 died from the Executioner unit too. In combat, we have 1 Dark Rider going down to shooting. Sorry, we're not at combat yet. When combat finally happens, the Warlocks put through a ton of poison attacks, kill the 5 Cold One Riders, just leaving the Scar Vet on the Cold One remaining. Fantastic. And then he gets to attack back, and I think he kills maybe 1 or 2, or maybe I actually made my ward saves. You can look at how many Saurus I actually kill in combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it was a really good combat for me. There's a few more. How did I kill a few more? Oh, that was probably from my regular executioners going. I think those 11 guys were from my master, the champion, and the... What's his name? Tullaris Dreadbringer. So let's look at the top of the board before I get to go. Just look at the left flank. You see I have lost some guys. No full units, but just a little bit of everything's getting chipped away. Dark Riders, why not? Charge the chameleons into combat. They were within their regular movement, but they were quick to fire. Oh, actually, they weren't quick to fire, so he didn't get a stand and shoot, or else I would be down probably 2 or 3 of them. 2 or 3 more. Warlocks go into the side of this Triceratops. My general rallies. Actually, I don't know if this game he was my general. He must have been my general, yeah. Dark Shards, nothing really to shoot at, so they move up. I probably could have moved them up further. Dark Riders move up quite aggressively. And there we go. Look at the left side of the board. So I attempt to do a Soul Blight on this unit, and I fail because I roll really bad. And there's the remainder of the spell. My remainder dice I use for Soul Blight on this guy, and it also gets dispelled. I think it might have been through a the spell scroll or his black box, whatever his slan was carrying. I kill his skink priest because I could see him, and then might as well shoot at him. I think that's what my dark charge shot at. Or actually, no, excuse me. I think a bolt thrower shot at him. Multi shots, and he wasn't skirmishing, so it was quite easy to hit. But other than that, they didn't do a whole lot. I think we put a wound on that guy, failed to hit that guy, and I think we failed to hit that guy as well. So combat going again. How many guys do I kill? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys. This Saurus unit is looking really thinned out. We have my assassin has come out now, and he's starting to rip people to shreds. He also has the potion of strength, but I can't use that until next turn. So here we have a look at the left side of the board. And after combat resolution, I run him down. He needed snake eyes, even though he was cold-blooded and re-rollable with his BSB there. I run him down, and that was just a huge blow. Now he just has his big dinosaurs left. Alright, so Warlocks make short work of the Engine of the Gods, killing that Triceratops, overrunning like that. And then when we remembered, oh wait, he actually has people on top, and he has a ward save or an armor save, and he makes it and stays. And then after combat res, the same result happens, but I'm an inch further back. So there it is. This combat, we lost one Warlock, we lost one Dark Rider, but we're going to win. And you see I overrun the Chameleons, and now I'm facing the edge of the board. He has his level 1 up here. I don't know what he's going to do, some sort of magic missile if he has it. I didn't let it go off if he ever did. His Stegodon kind of changes face to the flank of my Executioners, and his Salamander also does a line up for a good fire breath shot, and then he has another skink hero down here by himself, and one remaining skink hero over here. It's not looking good. Many small units all over the place. I think he's just there to stop them from overrunning or something. I don't know. Actually, they can overrun, so I don't know what he's there for. Maybe he's going to do a hex on them. Can't remember. There we have a look at the left. Dark Shard, shoot, kill the priest, and we kill one Executioner. Flame template happens, kills a bunch. What's that? 5 guys. Could have been worse, but that was pretty good. I made a lot of armor saves of 5 up or 6 up. Then in my turn, combo charge everything. Dark Riders, Executioners, and Shades all into this laser beam dino, and I'm going to kill them. Warlocks go into the other dino, and the Dark Riders turn around to face this last remaining skink guy. I think we attempted a Soul Blight, and it went off on this dino here. He also has the laser beam crystal on top of him, the sunbeam or whatever. So that is Soul Blighted. And there we go. We shoot off the Salamander with the bolt thrower or these dark shards. A lot of shooting shoots at him. Dark Riders kill the remaining skink. Warlocks go into this last Stegodon, his last guy left, because everything else is killed except this last Stegodon who's got 1 wound on him. And he's actually going to town. Finally, Shane starts rolling really well, and he managed to kill 3 other Doomfire Warlocks, and I'm not putting any wounds on him. I didn't roll a single poison that turn. But here we have a look at near the end of the game. I think this is turn 4. I've got all my units still on the board. Everything's kind of hurt a little bit, but they're all still on the board, and he has this one Engine of the Gods left. But he actually goes through a few more rounds of combat, and sorry, this is the last picture, and does okay. Managed to kill another Warlock or 2, and at that point Shane was like, it's done. Let's call it. And so there you have it, my friends. Thanks for watching. Thanks to my opponent Shane. Always a pleasure. Last time he got the best of me with his Wood Elves against my Skaven. Now we're even. So stay tuned.